We have need blind admission, we have grade blind admission, we have test blind admission, we have essay blind admission, we have blind admissions officers, we have... Hi, I'm Theodore Brown and welcome back to my show, College Admissions with Theodore Brown. Today, I'm going to be walking you through how college admissions officers decide which candidates get in and which do not. First, I'd like to address a common misconception. We never, ever read your entire application. Consider your SAT and your personal statement. Your SAT comes in at 4 characters in length, while your personal statement can be as long as 1,300 characters. In the reading room, we take the 4-character long choice any day. It's as simple as that. Now, when we begin to read your application, we first check the back of the packet for any money taped to the Common App. This particular student submitted a $20 bill. Smart move. We will continue reading. After reviewing the applicant's donation, we check his or her contact information. Conveniently located next to the home address and email is the telephone number, which I will just input into my phone in case I'm ever lonely. Next, we move on to the demographics section. You're probably aware that in recent years, colleges have come under fire for racially biased admissions. However, most universities fly under the radar when it comes to unforgiving, extremely offensive religion-based admissions. The truth is that universities needed a new method for judging students' identity now that it's not politically correct to discriminate on the basis of race. Now, don't get me wrong, religion has important practical applications too. Last year, the University of Pennsylvania admitted 1,200 Jewish students, and the dining hall began serving challah and lox with every meal. Colleges review candidates holistically, which means they don't base their decisions solely on race or religion. Take the extracurricular section, for example. Admissions officers have devised an algorithm for ranking your activities, which I'll demonstrate here. To start, they take each activity and subtract the hours spent per week from the weeks spent per year. Then, they multiply these values by the square root of the grades participated and divide the products. Following this step, they'll multiply the current number by 2.5. Finally, admissions officers take the log of your extracurricular score and move the decimal 1 place to the right. And voila! Now we've quantified the amount of time that candidates spend on their extracurricular activities. There's one part of every candidate's application that we take extremely seriously: the supplemental essays. We're not tough, we're merciless. We rip them apart. Like, we literally rip them apart. Then, we rearrange the resulting fragments to create unique essays like this one, which reads, "I have small hands, but a dog wearing wooden claws can solve systemic racism." What a prompt this applicant was responding to, and gosh, what a powerful message about our country's fragile and superficial understanding of race relations. The art portfolios always provide good entertainment for the admissions officers. It's a myth that we send your portfolios off to the art department. They're much too busy staring off into the distance at a remote cabin in the woods thinking about triangles and squares. Here are some submissions from the early application round this year. This one is weird. Don't even know what this one's supposed to be. This one looks like a butt he's in. Bad. And last but not least, we have to read your teacher recommendations. Or do we? Come on, they're all identical. He's a hardworking, driven student. Give me a break. But they are good for prank calling your teachers. Watch this. Hi, is this Mr. Hanson? Yes, this is Mr. Table Window calling from Table Window Enterprises regarding your order of 100 table windows. Yeah, we're not going to accept Samuel. After the teacher recommendations, we have to review some of the miscellaneous parts of the application, like the transcript, longer than the GPA, so Godspeed, the school report, boring, additional information, didn't even know that was part of the application. At the end of the day, when you get your rejection letter, know that it's a direct reflection of your self-worth, and that we want you to feel really, really bad about it. Because if you can't get into Harvard, what hope do you have of becoming the next Unabomber?